So much tech has come through these doors, so many gadgets on this channel that it's my job, it's my sworn duty to let you know which of those gadgets have stood the test of time. After years, months of use at this desk or my gaming desk, which ones am I still excited to talk to you about? So with Amazon Prime Day coming up in the next couple days, couple weeks, some of you guys are gonna be looking to buy some gadgets for yourself. Let me share with you some of my favorites in the year 2025. So these are all gonna be things that have improved the quality of life of gaming or content creation or things that I have become so accustomed to, I can't go without anymore. Some will be things I've talked about in videos before that I'm still using today. Some will be tiny little finds that I didn't feel I could fit in their own video and you've never heard of before. So yeah, buckle up. I don't know, that sounded dramatic. You don't need to buckle up. This is gonna be fun. Like a roller coaster. Buckle up, I don't know. Just enjoy this with me, okay? There is a sponsor on this video which allows this whole thing to happen, and they make some of the best budget-friendly webcams I've ever seen. So let's talk about them first. OBSBot has been pushing boundaries on what small and inexpensive webcams are capable of, and I've got 4 here. They're already super well priced and will be even cheaper on Prime Day. We have the Meet SE and the Meet 2 for that more traditional webcam style, and if you want those gimbal motors built into it, you have the Tiny 2 Lite and the Tiny SE. The Meet 2 kind of blew my mind when I first looked at it. As of right now, as of filming this video, it is $109 and it looks like this. Sometimes I feel like we're at peak webcam. Like this is out of the box, no tweaks, just plug in and go. The autofocus is phenomenal because it uses the same phase detect autofocus technology as big boy cameras like the one I'm shooting this on right now. The image is crisp because it's in 4K and they don't have those webcam colors anymore. Remember when webcams like looked like webcams? I feel like these don't look like webcams anymore. Like they just look like a camera now. That's great. And its big brother, the Tiny 2 Lite, is essentially the same camera, same colors, same autofocus, same 4K, but it's got 2 gimbal motors built into it along with AI subject detection to follow you around. So if you use a webcam to give some presentations or on your live streams you like to get up and walk around, you have a webcam that follows your movement. I tried very hard to juke this thing to get it to lose me, and it is very good. So unless your eye shows speed, I think this thing will keep up with you. Personally, I've used these tracking cameras before, and if you're like me and you don't plan on using these to track you as you move around the room, my actual favorite feature of these are the custom presets that you can set yourself. So for example, I'll set one gimbal preset to be me sitting at my desk and it's my gaming camera, and then I'll set a second preset to point at my room so I can walk around, and essentially this turns into 2 different webcams now that I can switch back and forth between with a simple hotkey. You don't need a desk cam and a room cam anymore. You got them both right here. But the best part is if these 2 still manage to be out of your budget, they have 1080p versions of both of these, the Meet SE and the Tiny SE. And these also look awesome. They're just 1080p instead of 4K. I mean, the Meet SE is $69 right now. And both of these cameras do this, but if you turn it on its side, it just knows it's on its side and it automatically reorients itself inside of OBS, which I think makes the Meet SE a perfect camera for a dedicated vertical camera. Sometimes your main camera just doesn't work cropped into vertical. Grab one of these guys for 69 bucks or less on Prime Day, magnetize it onto something, throw that into your OBS vertical plugin, and you've got great shorts ready to go live on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and get yourself some extra viewers. I'll have links to all these cameras in the description down below and everything else I talk about on this video, but those links for these cameras will get you an additional 5% off, by the way. So check out the OBSBot cameras today, and thank you OBSBot for sponsoring this video. And now let's move to something I never expected to be essential at my desk. The Elgato low profile arm is great. It's become a staple in the community. Everybody loves it. But when they released the Mic Arm Pro, I thought it was so extra, so unnecessary. I was very wrong. Having a mic arm that just stays where you put it with no loosening and tightening, no wobble or anything is something that now that I have it, I can't go without it anymore. I have a black one at my YouTube desk. It's what this mic arm is on right now, and I have a white one at my gaming desk. Oh, camera's in the shot. Watch this. Ready? Boop. Mic's not in the shot anymore. And I even use the original Elgato mic arm on the riser that it comes with as my top-down camera arm. It's just the easiest way to do it. Let's put you back there. Easy peasy. I've used a lot of mic arms. I've used the Rode one, the Beacon one, the Blue one, the AverMedia one, and there's a lot of good mic arms out there, but none of them combine simplicity, and versatility, as well as the Elgato ones. They're just great. And I know that as I mentioned Elgato, a lot of you are gonna think that I'm gonna talk about the Stream Deck in this video because you have to have a Stream Deck, but all of you already have one. I don't need to do that in this video. It's just beating a dead horse. Plus, I don't even put one on this desk. I used to have my white Stream Deck Plus on here, but I found myself never actually touching it. So I ended up just removing it and saving myself some space. But actually the Elgato product I can't live without at this desk is the Elgato Prompter. That's probably been my favorite Elgato device for a while now. Not only the ability to put your Twitch chat right on there and talk to the camera as you're reading chat, but to use it as a second monitor means I do every Discord call, every Zoom call on this thing. I even removed the screen from my second prompter and set it up as a sidecar display because it's a single cable solution. So it just plugs into my other monitor. Very cool, love the Prompter. Let's move on to something new that you've probably never heard of before, and I found it recently and kind of fell in love with it. This is a little USB dock that has a ton of I/O on it, including an HDMI port and Ethernet port. But more importantly, it has a little screen that has a clock and a completely customizable side. And when I say customizable, I mean you can go in and program it to do whatever you want, or you can even mirror your screen onto it. Personally, I think the coolest way to use this is to put your CPU and GPU temps on there so you know if you're overheating during gaming or not. And also there's been like a 33% off coupon on Amazon for like 4 months now. So you can get it for between $40 and $50. I feel like it's a very justifiable buy. Like it's just very practical. This next one is a recent release and a perfect example of how a tiny change can make such a huge impact on a product. Amaran recently released their Verge lights. I did a whole dedicated video on it. And not only is the Verge light cheaper than the standard light that we've all been using for a while, the Elgato key lights, but it also has, and hear me out here, control dials right on the front. Hallelujah. And Amaran's not like a cheap lighting company. They make all the lights that you're looking at right here. A very professional lighting company, so you know the quality is gonna be good. And it also connects over Bluetooth instead of over Wi-Fi, so I found the connection to be a lot more stable. We've all had that time where the key light button just doesn't do anything. And especially if you're looking for something a little bit larger, a little bit more professional diffusion, kind of like the lighting I use in these videos, the Verge Light Max is the biggest panel light I've ever seen. The next piece of tech on this list is the piece of tech that's had the biggest impact on me recently, at least in the year 2025, and that is the Bamboo Lab A1 Mini 3D printer. It's $250, but when I picked it up back in February, it was $220, and I didn't realize how easy 3D printing could be. There's something kind of indescribable about being able to custom design your own product for exactly your needs, and then watching a machine build it in an hour with like 50 cents worth of filament. These lens mounts for my anamorphic lenses are totally custom. This camera plate that I designed to lock into tripods so it couldn't fall off, and then also attach a micro clutch to the side for easy holding. Totally custom. And sure, you can also just search a Pikachu design, slap it on there, click print, and a couple hours later, you can give your 3-year-old a custom Pikachu toy. I did that. She was thrilled. It's like her favorite toy right now. But there's something so insanely satisfying about designing something yourself, going through multiple iterations until you get it just right, and ending up with something that perfectly solves your problem that didn't exist before. If 3D printing is something you've ever considered getting into, consider this your sign. Let's talk about the next one. A lot like webcams, mics have become so good and so cheap. The Wavelink Neo by Elgato doesn't quite get the attention that it deserves, but it sounds great. It comes with the Wavelink mixing software, and it's 65 bucks. So that is a great option for anyone looking to pick up their first gaming or streaming microphone. But if you're looking for a microphone that's not stuck at your desk and can move around with you, the Hollyland Lark M2s are really small and really cool. It's a set of 2 tiny wireless mics and 1 wireless receiver for $106. Keep in mind that the DJI and the Rode mic combo that are like this are $350. Now, the Hollyland's not gonna have all the same features, but they're great mics. Now's your chance to do that thing that TikTokers do and like hold the lav mic up to your mouth like this. I've definitely never done that. Here's a weird little one for you to get for yourself, or maybe a birthday gift for someone you only kind of like, but there's a dedicated keyboard with just a copy and paste button. Some of you will think that's an amazing gag gift. Some of you will find that incredibly useful. I think it's hilarious, and I wanted to put it on this list. For the last section here, I wanted to go back and revisit some cameras, because we only talked about budget webcams. Let's work our way up for some people that already have a webcam or a camera and might want to upgrade a little bit. The one webcam where I've actually been able to fool people into thinking it's a mirrorless camera in my videos is the Elgato Facecam Pro. When Elgato employees saw my opening shot for this webcam, they thought it was shot on a mirrorless camera. It's 4K 60, it uses Camera Hub that has LUTs built into it, including my own that I put on there, and it looks very good. Better than a webcam should look. It's also about $300, which is probably the most you should ever pay for a webcam, which is why the next camera is not a webcam. In fact, it's another OBSBot camera, but it wasn't a part of the paid promotion. I just wanted to talk about it because it kind of blew my mind. The OBSBot Tail 2 is $1,100, but it is the coolest PTZ camera I've ever seen. It's got an optical zoom built into it, which means it's not digitally cropping in, it's optically zooming in with the lenses, which means that the more you zoom in, the more background blur you're gonna get. It's also able to rotate the entire camera body portion itself and reorient the sensor vertically for better vertical content. The I/O on the back of it is insane, and you can even wirelessly connect it right to your computer or connect over NDI through the Ethernet port. So very cool camera, but also the most expensive thing on this list, which is why I put it last. But that's about gonna do it. Is there any really cool tech that you wanna encourage maybe some viewers to check out that I missed? Because I'm going to miss things. I can't put everything on there. If you have something, leave it in the comments. And you know what? Let's make this kind of like a forum. If you go down there and you see a suggestion that you think is really cool, give it a like, give it an upvote. I wanna see suggestions under this video better than the ones I gave in this video. I feel like that's doable, but that's gonna do it for my list. Some of my favorite tech, stuff I can't go without on this list. There's always like finding the balance of like usefulness and interesting weird stuff, and I hope I found it in this video. Hope you think I found it. Happy streaming, you guys.